Trooper's gonna eat 3 pies.
Yeah, the boss right here, right.
Trooper, I actually have one more King of Queens trivia I came up with. You know, you're in a contest against my friend, my other friend, and my dad.
Okay.
When they replace Carrie on the bowling team, what's the name of the woman who replaces Carrie?
All right, give me a second.
All right. And I'll accept just one of her 2 names.
She was very butchy.
That's correct.
Yeah, but this is sort of a meaningless trivia.
It's the same questions for everybody.
Like a meaningful trivia would be like, what's their house like?
Well, they've had 2.
Yeah?
In a very early episode where that woman moves in, they had 1, and then later they use a different one a few times.
Really?
This is 60.
They say it in the one with Nick Offerman, the Thanksgiving one, the eye patch guy.
Yeah.
They say it a couple times, that one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's different than when the woman moved in down the street.
Oh, it ran through my head, but I forgot. I couldn't catch it. It did run through, I think. Hold on. Her last name starts with a P.
30 seconds.
Am I right? Or maybe it's her first. Is it Pam? No. Is it Pam?
Just tell me when you have a final answer.
Pam.
Yeah.
Because you gave it away by not saying.
Well, I couldn't say anything either way.
Pam.
Pam DeMeo.
DeMeo. I was thinking Padeo or something. I couldn't figure out what.
All right, you get credit for Pam. You know my favorite scene of yours ever, and it should really be nominated for like a daytime Emmy. You were in Tunica, and there was some kind of disturbance across the hall in the next hotel room, and you were filming through the peephole of security dealing with the problem.
I did, and I caught him a little bit. Yeah.
You made like a very small noise, and security like snapped turned towards the door. But you didn't film the end. I don't know what eventually happened. You were there for a really long time, and then it was taken forever, and you just stopped. In Bill Tate's absence, I'm trying to work both cameras, my own and Trooper's.
I know, kind of goes in that.
This is my own. That's Trooper's. Because Trooper doesn't actually film his own videos anymore. He hires a proxy, usually a foreign proxy in the form of Bill Tate. Today it's a domestic proxy in the form of me. So I'm trying.
22 Roadhouse.
This one's recording now. I'm trying to film 2 people's channels worth of footage here.
You should get paid for your work, sir.
That would be ideal, but it's not really what's happening.
You're doing a great job.
You'd be why am I at the staff table?
If he was here, I would probably just keep my mouth shut and go.
No, you couldn't do it. You can't do it. That's the problem.
It's tough to see through 2 cameras. Al is over there in seat 1. He's second on the list, waiting to get over here. Despite the respect for Al eating healthy, it's almost impossible to see any of his chips.
I gotta get my life together.
Can we wait?
No, I want to get good.
This is fake. Oh, you didn't put him in there fast.
That was a nice spin, like he was pouring red wine.
Food service.
Al needs more dressing. We're going to see if he could do that twirl at the end. My dad loves that when anyone pours red wine and they twirl it at the end without spilling any.
I want to try some more stuff from there, like.
That is nice, although I think it's way easier with dressing than with red wine.
I'm not an eclair person anyway.
Seat 9 went all in on the turn.
I can't make it.
Trooper called.
Exactly. Red snap call.
Al raised all in.
I like that.
Fold, fold, fold.
Ah, yeah,
and now it's back on Trooper into the side pot.
Trooper. What you gonna do? The land is on you. Oh!
Main pot for the 9 seat, side pot for Trooper and
You don't
Al.
have pocket queens, do you? King.
Al has the nuts on top and a draw to the nuts on the bottom.
What is
He has the nuts on top and
So
king
do I get a
high.
quarter? I mean a half? No. You
Straight
sure?
on
Trooper
top.
gets the bottom, Al gets the top.
Straight on top.
Oh boy.
You know, we've been talking about the things that you don't want to encounter when you get older, and you also said you think you'll be dead in the next 2 years.
No,
so it's moot. Well, you said you think you only have a year or 2 left. Oh, I thought you said 1 or 2.
Okay, go ahead.
But the reason I'm bringing it up is because anytime my dad starts talking about AI and robots enslaving humans, I tell him seriously, You're very lucky because you're going to be dead by the time that happens anyway. I'm going to be alive when it happens, but he's going to be
Do
dead.
you really think so?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
All right, we see it.
I checked.
See what I mean?
We know Al's cards, no one else does.
20.
9 seed has bet 20.
20.
3 seed has called 20.
The old Jack Queen Deuce trick.
Al has called 20.
3 of you.
6 seed folded. 3-way to the turn. Al's first to act.
Shiggity.
Oh, you doing it? Oh, I just threw it. I check.
9 seed checks. 3 seed checks. 3-way to the river. Al's first to act.
Shiggity.
Yeah, check.
9 seed checks. Is my play-by-play as good as Gary Cohn? That's what I strive to do. 3 seed bets. Al snap calls and a fold. Showdown.
Boom.
We're at showdown.
It's like the weirdest. Check.
Pair of jacks.
That was too bad.
Al has the queens. Al wins.
Now you can hear it.
Al, you have that Angel Pagan jersey. How good is your Giants trivia? Oh, well, the Giants have 3 players who have played over 100 games as a Met. Who are those players?
I saw Meatloaf once. He was.
That's not fair.
I actually think it's like well over 100 each, but I know it's at least 100.
Yeah. I like.
All right, Wilmer Flores, J.D. Davis, and Michael Conforto.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, this is crazy.
All right, you said old school Giants. What years did you mean? You said you know old school Giants. What years did you mean?
And since 1982,
Like the Jolly Green.
Oh, all right.
84 to like 26.
Between 95 and 2010, 3 Met infielders, multiple seasons as Mets, went to the Giants at the end of their career. Who were they?
Hey, Trooper.
Because for some reason the Giants love taking Mets when they're washed up.
Right now, we.
Any of them?
Eduardo Hernandez.
One really benefited from Bonds being in the lineup.
You got action.
He played for the Dodgers.
Yep.
Was Jeff Kent?
Yep. That's one.
Fuck, hey! Not so bad.
Big blind.
I don't know who the other 2 are. I can't think of it.
Edgardo Alfonso and Ruben Tejada.
I'm gonna hold.
You know what's interesting?
What?
On the walk to the monorail platform, there are posters on the wall. Apparently, Westgate has the #1 Italian restaurant and the #1 steakhouse in Vegas. That's pretty good that they have both. End of a Trooper Thursday. The 3 OGs are still here. Al over there, Trooper. I'm gonna go to the monorail. What? If you remember my shout out to all the pool players, and I thought none of them even knew the channel existed. I got one. One does. M got her name right. I was kind of unsure when I mentioned her. She just moved here today. M didn't want to be on camera, but I gave her a shot. But she's over there playing 1-2. That's it. I'll see you on the monorail platform for the final scene today. All right, took the monorail back to MGM. Staying close to here this week. Roller coaster day at Westgate. I was up 90 fairly quickly. I won a hand, a typical hand, and then got half of a double board crazy pineapple bomb pot and profited that hand with the dead money from the people who put money in but didn't make it to showdown. Then I went from like plus 90 to minus 280. I had 3 overpairs lose, I had top pair, top kicker lose twice, and I had an amazing bluff that failed. It was a great read, great execution to actually act on the read and put in the re-raise. Great sizing. Just someone held on with less than stellar cards and massively outflopped me. And then in a 3-hand span, I hit quads twice. So not only did I win those pots, I got the bonuses, $90 each after tip. So that helped. And then won a few small hands towards the end of the night. Ended only minus 25. So with the MGM money, I'm in MGM right now, how fitting. Solid day. So done for the night. And that was Trooper Thursday. See everyone at the next Trooper Thursday. Oh, shout out to Dave, who was in the 1 seat for most of the night, and Chris, who I see at Westgate a lot. I didn't know he watched the videos until M told me earlier tonight. So shout out to Chris and Dave.